addition to emceeing this event, I had the great honor this year of chairing the selection committee, which in addition to myself included 4 past Hidden Hero recipients. As we begin, we acknowledge that Vancouver Quadra is located on the traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples, people whose languages, culture, and history continue to enrich our lives and that of our country. Back in 2017, when Joyce Murray first began recognizing the hidden heroes of Vancouver Quadra through this ceremony, I wonder if she knew how rich a treasure trove she would find. We are also all of us are extremely fortunate to have such an abundance of warm and caring and generous volunteers in our midst. And this year, our committee received so many outstanding nominations. We asked for a special category to be added to recognize the extra efforts that are being made by many of our neighbors in response to the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. So thus, in addition to the other considerations that go into selecting hidden heroes, which include lifelong achievement, emerging leadership, volunteer service, and community spirit, we included a special COVID-19 category, and were able to give out a record 25 awards. As many of you know, this celebration usually takes place in the spring and in person. But like so much else this year, our plans changed, and we had to both delay the awards and move online. So we hope this event will go smoothly, but like many first-time experiences, there can be surprises. So with that, I will attempt to flawlessly pass the baton to our Member of Parliament, Joyce Murray, who will introduce each of this year's hidden heroes. And at the end of that, I will return and give any of the award recipients who'd like to say a brief word an opportunity to do so. So over to you, Joyce.
Well, thanks so much, Catherine, and also for all of the work that you have done to pull the Hidden Heroes project together, along with Ying Zhou as co-chairs. So really appreciate that. And I'm going to echo that we're here on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish nations, having a celebration that I look forward to all year long because I love to get to meet hidden heroes in our community. So I also want to thank the members of the members of the committee that adjudicated these nominations, because I know it wasn't easy. So many talented contributors were nominated. And so a thank you to all the nominators, because without you putting forward the names of the people in your network, we wouldn't know who to shine a spotlight on today. So it really has been very much a community effort, and really, as I was saying, it's one of my favorite parts of being a member of Parliament, that I get to meet you and I get to acknowledge you and create a bit of a public spotlight on you. So this is an unusual year. Catherine and Ying have been amazingly agile in figuring out how we can actually carry out this program and give you the recognition you're due. With a virtual event like today. So for those who are not awardees, I want you to know that every awardee of our 25 members of the community has already received a certificate and has received a pin with the copper from the early 1900s roof of the House of Commons. Yeah. So it is a little fragment of the energy of our country's democracy as expressed by our Parliament that you carry with you as a recognition of the extraordinary work you do on behalf of Canadians. Now, I am going to be, I think UBC President Ono may be with us for part of this event, and when he comes, I will recognize and thank him. But I'm going to just lastly mention that 25 people, I will be reading out a little bit about who they are and who you are and what you've done. And then I will ask you to receive that recognition by having the other members of this event put a thumbs up, a clap, or if you're not muted, you can clap out loud. So it's going to take a while. And when I read through, I realized this will take a while. So it is not a 10-minute ceremony. I would like everybody to make yourself comfortable. If you need to nip out and get a cup of tea, a glass of water, a snack, it's all part of the event. So I don't want to rush through because this is a special moment for each of the awardees. And so we're going to give it the time that it's due. So just warning you ahead of time. Now that's, I think that's all of my introductory remarks. And let's move right ahead to acknowledging our hidden heroes of Vancouver Quadra. And we're doing this in alphabetical order. So starting with Javier Barajas. So give us a wave, Javier. Good. Javier is a heart-based, energetic, and passionate leader with over 25 years of volunteerism and activism, mostly within the Latin and LGBTQ communities in both Vancouver and in Chicago, where he lived prior to coming here. Currently, Javier serves as the president of the board of the Vancouver Latin American Film Festival and as national chair of RED Global, which is an international organization of Mexican professionals. He's one of the founders of Vancouver's Latin American Cultural Center, past president of the Mexican Business Association of Canada, and he's recently served 2 terms on both the Cultural Communities Advisory Committee and Civic Assets Naming Committee of the City of Vancouver. So Javier is a longtime donor and supporter of the Vancouver Queer Film Festival and its Out in Schools program, the Dr. Peter Center, the Loud Foundation of the Gay and Lesbian Businesses of British Columbia, and many other organizations. So let's take a moment to celebrate Javier Barajas for all of your volunteer contributions. Okay, so take a virtual bow, Javier, and then off we go to our next. Aha, there he's got his certificate there for us to see. I hope you see him on your screen as I do on mine. Excellent. That sets the tone for us for the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Formally dressed, yes.
Second awardee, Jessie Chen. So, hi Jessie. In 2016-17, Jessie became co-chair of the Parent Advisory Committee at Trafalgar Elementary School. This was unusual for 2 reasons. First, because Jessie's child was in the English stream, and secondly, because she was a relatively recent immigrant. Jessie's leadership was key to the involvement and integration of previously marginalized immigrant families. And in turn, the PAC experienced a renaissance. Among her many initiatives were ending the strict segregation between French immersion and English streams, providing written translation of communications to parents from the school administration, producing a yearbook, and many other activities. Jessie also inspired many English stream parents to become involved in volunteering for such events as the Welcome Back Social, Bike to School Week, and the International Dinner, plus a new Spring Festival celebration. So what a wonderful role model in bringing together all of the elements of a school and creating a source of pride for immigrant parents who model volunteerism to their children and make friends within the community. So thank you. Congratulations, Jessie.
Jessie.
Yay! Excellent. You guys have come prepared. So making a stronger community, all of this group. Marianne Cherwinski. a hidden hero. Marianne actively inspires and encourages both young and older members of the community to take action where there is a need.
Yeah.
In 2004, at Marianne's initiative, about 20 members of a local Catholic parish became involved with the needs of the Franciscan Missionary Sisters for Africa in the community of Mutare, Zimbabwe. Over the years, this group, mostly women, have raised funds to build 4 new classrooms in the school that the sisters had started, purchased sewing machines to enable local women to make uniforms for the many children in the local orphanage and school, and provide the fees for courses in sewing, catering, and housekeeping at a local trade school in Mutare for the grown-up women of the school and the orphanage. Marianne has led a group that has done so much more to strengthen the situation for girls and women in the community. And I want to thank you, Marianne, for all of your contribution to those who need it the most. Congratulations.
Yay, Marianne!
Okay, our 4th hidden hero is Catherine Diyakonov. Catherine is a student at Lord Byng Secondary School and a member of the Vancouver District Student Council. Through a club at her school, she founded the Girls Will Stay initiative aimed at helping girls keep educated, healthy, and sheltered both locally and in global communities. Some of the projects she and the initiative's members have organized include donating proceeds to the Saga Girls School in Kenya, organizing care packages for the Downtown Eastside Women's Center, and participating in Covenant House Vancouver's Thank-a-thon nights. The Girls Will Stay initiative and her passion for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and eliminating gender stereotypes led Catherine to be selected as a 2020 TEDx Crofton House speaker. Catherine also volunteers to organize school events, has sorted donations at the Greater Vancouver Food Bank, and is a member of her school's first responder team, treating injuries from minor cuts to sprained ankles. Well, congratulations on being a hidden hero. We are thrilled to spotlight you, Catherine.
Yay, Catherine! Woohoo! Yay, 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 yay!
Well done. Thank you.
Okay, number 5, Mike Feely. Mike is a pillar of the University Neighborhoods Association at UBC, which association has done so much to pull community members together in those new neighborhoods and really create community. He served on the UNA board, including as chair, for over 4 years. He was on the planning committee for Westbrook Community Center and recently on the bylaw committee to help transition the UNA board to being elected by all residents. In addition to his UNA volunteer work, Mike has served as a second for the Area A director to the Metro Vancouver board for over 2 years and continues this work currently. And in all his efforts, he's inspired others with his thoughtful and well-informed leadership. So congratulations, Mike, for being a hero in our community.
Congratulations.
Well, that's our first 5, and I just want to say that I want to really invite all of the hidden heroes being awarded today, the first 5 and all the rest, to really soak up the appreciation that you're receiving from the 120 people on this virtual meeting. So thank you all who came to participate in this as the appreciators of our heroes in our community. Number 6 is Robert Rusty Gordon. Rusty is at the heart of Beaver Scout programming in Dunbar. He's been an active Scout leader in the Dunbar community since the early 1980s and has helped to shape 2 generations of Scouts and Scouting leaders. Awesome. For the past 10 years, he's also organized and run the wood branding activity at Night Quest at Pacific Spirit Regional Park. Rusty draws on a tremendous reservoir of experience and ideas while retaining a passion for introducing beavers, the youngest of the Scouts, to the outdoors, our national history, and the world around them. He can often be found sourcing new materials on nature, the neighborhood, space exploration, plus other topics of interest, and providing parents with additional materials to keep their young beavers engaged outside of meetings. Over the course of the pandemic, Rusty increased the frequency and volume of materials, helping parents find more to do with their kids. Support for the young generation's success and well-being, so important. Thank you for being a hidden hero, Rusty. Number 7 is Howard. Howard is a grade 12 student at U Hill Secondary School. His volunteering began in grade 6 when he started fixing electronic items to help reduce electronic waste. We could use you here at my office, Howard. Later, he formed a club with classmates and friends to refurbish old computers and donate them to people who needed them. Early in the COVID-19 outbreak, Howard initiated a fundraising drive called Masks to Medical Workers and Seniors. Along with his family and peers, he collected funds and donated more than 20,000 ASTM Level 3 masks to medical workers at VGH and UBC hospitals and to seniors who needed them in the community. So congratulations, Howard, for getting it early, just how important it is to be a contributor to your community. And may you have many more decades of contribution. Congratulations.
Yay!
Well done.
Okay, so number 8 is Anne Howe. Anne has repeatedly spotted the need for action long before it comes to the attention of any organized group. Some years ago, she noticed a group of men hanging out near 4th Avenue in Alma and began talking to them, discovered they were homeless and living mostly in the woods near Jericho Park, and listened to their stories and found a way to act. With the help of others, Anne started Out of the Cold, a weekly dinner program run out of West Point Grey United Church. Over time, the number of people, men and women, coming for a weekly home-cooked meal rose to over 60. For 11 years, Anne monitored every aspect of the program, from raising funds to working in the kitchen to lending an ear to individuals whose needs required additional help. Anne stopped only when Parkinson's disease limited her physical and communication skills. Anne Howe is a role model to many, showing us how to simply be a decent human being by helping the most vulnerable. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for that inspirational project that you undertook. Congratulations. Now, you know, I would love to spend 5 minutes where we could just really celebrate each of you, and we can't do that. So you get a flavor of it, though, I hope. Number 9 is Sihaj Hundal. Sihaj is a U Hill Secondary grad who possesses great communication skills and seemingly boundless energy. Among other things, she is a UNA youth volunteer, participant of the Youth Leadership Program, and a member of the U-Town UNA Community Grant Committee. Sihaj has helped support projects that include community haunted house, mental health and self-care evenings, youth dialogues, and a sustainability action conference. Across Sihaj's hundreds of volunteer hours over the last 3 years, she has helped the UNA evaluate, understand, and meet the needs of youth in our community, create new initiatives, and make a safe space in the Westbrook Community Center for those that need it. So Sahaj, what a great portfolio of contributions you're making. Thank you and congratulations. Number 10, Galen Hutchison. Galen is a convener, a community builder and organizer, and is often behind the scenes guiding and connecting others. She has organized a quarterly gathering of women for a social chat and chew, obtained community grants to throw a block party for seniors, for newcomers, group home residents, and families in her neighborhood. And she served on the Bumblebee Preschool Board and since 2012 on the Maple Grove Parent Advisory Committee. Galen's also an advocate, a member of the steering committee for the Parent Advocacy Network for Public Education for the past 3.5 years, a committee member of the BC Coalition of Parent Advisory Councils, a member of the BC Poverty Reduction Coalition, and the network's representative to First Call BC Child and Youth Advocacy Coalition. So the glue in the community, thank you for all that you've done to make it stronger and more supportive of all. So thank you, Galen. Congratulations. I'm going to just take a moment to recognize our special guest here who's with us today, which is the president of the University of British Columbia, Dr. Santa Ono. So Dr. Ono, such an inspiration, a leader, a convener of people right across the country and internationally to solve major problems. I can just give you one example. When there was the early days of COVID, Dr. Ono came to me with a list of the concerns that students have. And we had been so busy as a government with the CERB and the rent subsidies and the business subsidies. Dr. Ono was one of the first to say, okay, here's a really important group and there's many ways in which they're affected. And so he directly influenced the types and amount of support that were provided to university students. So Dr. Ono, thank you for being someone, you're not exactly a hidden hero. You're a very visible hero. And we appreciate you for all of your leadership and all of your contributions to Vancouver Quadra and Canada and beyond. So thank you for being with us for a part of today.
So kind, and thank you for doing this, and thanks for all that you do for Canada. We are very lucky to have your leadership in Ottawa and here in British Columbia.
Well, thanks for joining us. I know you may not be able to stay for the whole period, but hope you can also soak up the good feelings of being amongst a group of hidden heroes who have contributed, expecting absolutely nothing in return, and are now having a moment of spotlight with their community. So number 11 is Lily Jiang. Lily's the immediate past co-chair of the Trafalgar Elementary School PAC. She makes good use of her positivity, good cheer, and kindness in the service of building community and intercultural understanding. She won over the PAC to her mantra of, in quote, meeting community needs through developing relationships and making connections. Understanding the relationship between getting involved to developing a sense of belonging, Lily actively takes newcomers under her wing, explains the ropes, gives them confidence to act and to express themselves in their new community. Immigrants newly arrived from China face a particularly large cultural gap. Under Lily's leadership and Jessie Chen's before her, the Trafalgar PAC has become a place in which people feel welcome and are welcome to express themselves and their talents for the benefit of the community, and in which people of different backgrounds can work together for a common cause, and in the process get to know each other, proving that diversity is indeed Trafalgar's strength. What a contribution, what a humanitarian approach to your community and its needs. So thank you, Lily. Congratulations on being a hidden hero. Number 12 is Karen James. Karen is a volunteer leader in the Jewish community in Vancouver and an active fundraiser for a wide variety of charitable organizations. Her experience as an Olympic athlete at the Munich Summer Games in 1972 and the tragedy that unfolded there profoundly affected her life and has given her a powerful message in her public speaking engagements across Canada, as well as has motivated her to contribute to communities close and far. Karen is the current chair of the board of the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver, former chair and board member of Jewish Family Services, an advisory board member of the Canadian Jewish Political Affairs Committee, and is just finishing a term on the JFNA's National Women's Philanthropy, supporting people throughout our community, Jewish and non-Jewish alike, who are most in need. So thank you, Karen, for the wonderful work that you do right across Vancouver and beyond. Congratulations.
Way to go, Karen.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Number 13 is Natalie Jatskevich. Natalie is a tireless UBC community volunteer for over 15 years, with her energy and passion dedicated to supporting community needs and healthy communities, quality childcare, and healthy child development. Throughout the years, Natalie has volunteered countless hours at UBC Hospital, UBC Childcare Services, Norma Rose Point School, and the UNA, as well as advocated for improved pedestrian safety in UBC communities, quality childcare options for families residing on campus. One example of Natalie's successful community initiatives is the walking school bus program at Norma Rose Point School, which keeps children safer and promotes a healthy lifestyle for them. The walking school bus also allows families to meet and interact with other parents and children in the community, strengthening community ties and providing parents with additional time to get to and from work. And so she's helped make hundreds of students happier and healthier and more ready to learn well. So thank you, Natalie. Congratulations on your contributions. Number 14, Andre Helen Paras. Andre was born in Shanghai in 1942 of Greek and Russian parents and emigrated with them to Canada in the early 1950s. In 1980, Andre attended a United Players play at what was then St. James United Church at 10th and Trutch. She joined the group, acting and volunteering backstage, and lo and behold, by 1984, she was elected president, a volunteer position she continued to hold until she stepped down in 2019. As president, as fundraiser, as later as artistic director of United Players of Vancouver as well, Andre oversaw many changes. The move to Jericho in 1991, the creation of the Jericho Arts Center, partnering with the Vancouver School Board, nurturing excellence and emerging talents, and developing a strong base of season ticket holders. There were many, many important ways in which Andre grew and developed live community theater in Vancouver. 2020 marks Andre's last year as artistic director of United Players of Vancouver, 40 years from when she sat in the audience in her first United Players show. And I've had the privilege of enjoying shows there. And so thank you, Andre, for all of your hard work and volunteer contributions. Congratulations on being a hidden hero. Okay, I love that we have this great diversity of volunteerism in our community. I mean, like, who knew that there's so much creativity and there are so many ways to make a difference that we're hearing about today in this, our fourth Hidden Heroes Award ceremony. And a unique one, I will add. Number 15 is Jean Lewandowski. Over the 15 years that Jean has lived in Vancouver, she has volunteered for many organizations and helped to found others. She started the Quadra Granville Seniors Group, a group that works to develop and implement supportive policies for all seniors. Jean is also an avid knitter. For many years, she knit infant hats for Sheway, a downtown Eastside outreach program, and has now added toques for school-aged children in northern BC to her project. Jean developed a website, toquesforkids.ca, as a means of recruiting other knitters and providing knitting instructions so they in turn can help those who could benefit from a warm garment. Jean will be shipping hundreds of hats to northern schools this fall. So thank you, Jean, for all of your contributions to people who can't afford those wonderful things that you're providing. And thank you for being a volunteer and a hidden hero. Congratulations. Number 16 is Florence Luo. Florence was born and raised in China, studied in the US, and then moved to Canada with her husband, settling in Vancouver, where she taught engineering at UBC. She became involved in the UNA Multicultural Committee and was involved in developing an orientation program for those new to Canada and or the UBC community. She also headed much of the organization and recruitment of volunteers and fundraising for the annual Lunar New Year celebration, one of the largest and most important community building events of the UNA Community Center. This year, Florence initiated and organized an online meeting of community members to raise money to purchase protective masks for distribution to at-risk members of the Westbrook community, such as frontline retail workers and seniors living in the area. Thank you, Florence, for identifying needs and ways you can help and then pitching in to do that. Congratulations on being a hidden hero. Number 17 is Vincent Mung. Vincent is the founder of Howe Fellowship Association and has helped over 800 immigrant families transition into life in Vancouver. He's an active fundraiser, supporting local individuals and families in times of crisis, and also providing assistance when disasters happen around the world. When the COVID-19 pandemic arose in March, Vincent raised $15,000 in just 3 days and delivered it along with 500 isolation gowns to the VGH Foundation and hospital. Subsequently, Vincent joined UBC Utown COVID-19 relief fundraising and helped 3 other Chinese Canadian associations to get connected with the VGH Foundation for their contributions to COVID-19 relief. Thank you, Vincent, for identifying needs and then filling them and putting your time and effort into strengthening our community. Congratulations on your award. Number 18 is Lana Marks Pulver. Lana is a dedicated community volunteer providing leadership, strong strategic and organizational skills, and the desire to roll up her sleeves and get things done. She's taken on a wide array of charitable board positions and some major philanthropic events. Her past activities including 12 years as a director of the Jewish Community Foundation, 6 as a director for the Jewish Federation, and 11 as an advisor and director for Big Brothers of Greater Vancouver Foundation. She's also currently a director on the board of Save a Children's Heart and on the BC Local Partnership Council for the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs. Last year, Lana and her husband Doug co-chaired the CJA Words and Deeds Leadership Award Dinner, raising significant funds, probably for your community's hidden heroes, that are now being used to help fight anti-Semitism and discrimination in our local community. This year, during COVID-19 shutdown, Lana took on extra responsibility, creating a gift card platform to help small businesses and supporting the JFS Food Bank with fundraising, as well as packing and delivering groceries. So much volunteer work, Lana, from hands-on to creating new initiatives and supporting others. Congratulations on being a hidden hero.
Thank you so much, Joyce. I'm honored.
You've absolutely earned it.
Thank you.
So number 19 is Joan Rush. Joan volunteered on the board of the Developmental Disabilities Association from 1992 to 2003 at a time of great change in access by disabled citizens to being able to participate in their communities. She also provided many years of free legal advice to families and went with them to meetings to advocate for better care for their severely disabled members. For the past 5 years, her focus has been on improving dental care for people who, for a variety of reasons, cannot physically or emotionally access dental care without anesthesia. This cohort of patients includes people with autism, cerebral palsy, dementia, and head and neck cancer. She's had considerable success in convincing policy and decision makers of the need for change, while at the same time continuing to volunteer her time helping individuals get the dental services they need and helping people who need access to be able to be full participating citizens. Thank you, Joan, for what you've done for those that need it the most. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm honored. My congratulations to the other recipients as well.
So David, who's the technical person making sure that everything goes smoothly in our meeting, has asked that we all smile at the same time so that Hannah in Ottawa can take a group photo. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then we're all going to give that great smile that reflects how happy we are to have a community with so many amazing people making it stronger. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I'll get a little sticky note if we need to do that again, but otherwise we have our group shot. So number 20 is Harish Sara. Harish has spent 10 years volunteering with the Dunbar Little League. He has seen his children pass through the league and contributed to other children's experience with uncounted hours of coaching, organizing, and running a league with over 400 players. Harish is currently the league's past president and treasurer. With his help, the league has continued to operate as the only single neighborhood little league in Vancouver, has engaged the neighborhood as a whole, and has allowed a generation of youth to grow and excel in sport. His contributions to running the 2020 summer season and keeping the league together throughout the pandemic have been particularly notable. So Harish, thank you for building community through the Dunbar Little League, because that radiates out far beyond those that you're working with directly. Appreciate your contribution. Congratulations on being a hidden hero.
Thank you very much, Joyce. I just want to clarify, I stepped down in 2019, and there's a current president who steered us so nicely through the COVID pandemic. But thank you.
Well, thanks for the clarification, and it doesn't take a thing away from all that you've done to build the community. Number 21 is Jin Chu. Jin has been in Canada only since 2014, but has already made a big impact. Jin is an active member of the South Beauty Association, a charity dance team that has contributed nearly 2,000 hours of volunteer time, including performing at fundraisers for such organizations as the Children's Hearing and Speech Center of BC and the Vancouver Children's Hospital. Jin also volunteers her time to many other organizations, including planning and being a team leader for the UNA Lunar New Year celebrations, volunteering for the Vancouver Dance Academy, organizing numerous events for the Shanghaiese WeChat group in Metro Vancouver and the Beijing Shanghai Hands to Hands group, and fundraising for the VGH and Vancouver Aquarium during the COVID-19 pandemic. All critical work in strengthening our community. Jin, thank you for what you do. Congratulations on being a hidden hero. Okay, we have 3 more to go. Wendy Yip. A common theme of Wendy's volunteerism is identifying needs in the community and connecting groups and individuals to meet those needs. Wendy's an active honorary member of UBC's Faculty Women's Club and has promoted support for the University Food Bank among club members. She also organized the participation of various UBC groups with Food Runners, an organization that connects sources of surplus foods with needy families in Vancouver. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit the community, she connected volunteers with residents of UBC Family Housing to sew masks for students and their children. Wendy is a founding member of Transcending Boundaries, an ad hoc committee that brings interested persons together to demonstrate the benefits of music and the arts on health and wellness. She promotes the activities of a number of Asian Canadian organizations, including the Vancouver Asian Film Fest and the Vancouver Asian Canadian Theatre. And she's now the president of the Pacific Canadian Heritage Centre Museum of Migration Society, dedicated to gathering and sharing a fuller picture of the immigrants of Pacific Canada. So really focused on the whole human being and how to nurture that wholeness. So congratulations, Wendy, for so much volunteer work over the years. We certainly appreciate it, and I want to congratulate you.
Thank you very much, and thank you to all the other awardees. You know, we really appreciate how much you helped to make this a rich tapestry that is really knit together and embracing all of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 23 is Karen Zhang. Karen is the founder of the BC Chinese Canadian Charity Group Society. This organization brings thousands of volunteers together from mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, as well as Canadian-born Chinese to help care for vulnerable groups and provide direct assistance to individuals and families in immediate need. This year, at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Karen gathered volunteers to fundraise and donate personal protective gear and equipment. Between March and May, 70,000 face masks, 1,700 protective coveralls, 650 safety goggles, and 1,300 face shields were distributed to hospitals, prisons, care homes, homeless shelters, and city workers in BC. An additional 47,000 face masks, 600 protective coveralls, and much, much more were sent to Quebec's hospitals and care homes. In the words of her nominator, Karen is a 21st century Chinese Canadian who strives to help others, treat everyone equally, and serve her community. Wow, you really went for it, Karen. What great results. Thank you for all you've done to help. Congratulations. Number 24 is Sabrina Zhang. So Sabrina is an active volunteer at the UNA and UBC communities. Over the past 8 years, she's chaired the U Hill Secondary PAC for 3 years, co-chaired the Civic Engagement Committee of the UNA for 5 years, co-chaired the Multicultural Committee for 8 years, co-founded the U-Town Parent Support Parent Group, and been an initiator and organizer of popular community programs such as Connecting Nights, Seniors Programs, and the Lunar New Year Party. She's also served as an elected resident director of the UNA board for 2 years. As a role model to many immigrant families, Sabrina has inspired many newcomers to volunteer their time and energy and expertise to improve their community. Her leadership and passion have shaped the community with love and compassion. So thank you, Sabrina, for all you have done to strengthen your community. Congratulations. It's amazing. I mean, this is a gift that keeps rippling out when someone does this kind of from the heart volunteer service, seeing a need and connecting with others to serve that need. That just, it's magnified in the community. So I'm blown away by the opportunity to be in this meeting with so many contributors, creative contributors, hardworking contributors. I think it's now time for someone else to talk. So Catherine, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. Lastly, number 25.
Wow.
So my paper pile got away from me there for a moment. So Inav Zussman, not going to leave you out. Inav is an active community builder in the Acadia Park neighborhood of the UNA. As the current president of the Residents Association, she takes a leadership role in organizing events to encourage inclusion, diversity, and tolerance. For example, she's initiated a peer mentoring program to connect residents who are often new to Canada with established residents of the community. As a new mother herself, Inav formed a support group for Acadia Park and UBC student moms with the goal of helping them stay in school. Inav has also organized multiple community building initiatives, including field trips, outdoor camping, STEM programs for children, physical activity initiatives, and a petting zoo. Now that's creative. The kids must have loved you. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Inav set up and ran a volunteer network designed to connect residents needing help with such things as grocery shopping and childcare. She organized a food security initiative that reimbursed up to $50 of the cost of groceries for more than 50 families. And as a part of an initiative to reduce stress and support the community through the crisis, she helped develop a number of community building programs, organizing and running a painting program for adults and children, and much, much more. So thank you for kicking in your community before and then especially during COVID-19, Inav. Congratulations on being a hidden hero.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to all other recipients. Congratulations to all.
Thank you. Yes, well earned. Now over to Catherine.
And thank you, Joyce. It really is remarkable to be hearing all the good words and hearing about all the great activities that people are engaged in. What a incredible, how lucky we all are to know these good people. Some of you had a chance to say a word or two. If there's anyone who would like to add something, I see Javier's hand up. And is anybody else? Joan Rush, you have your hand up. And we'll start with Javier, and then we'll move along.
Well, I just want to thank you, Joyce, for this initiative, and Catherine for all the work that you've been done, and to all the people that backing us up, like in my case, my spouse. I think with the support of our friends and families, we cannot do the work that we do. And I'm really humbled to be part of this group of amazing people who are in our community. And as a new Canadian as well, I'm very grateful that I can contribute and participate to keep America doing better, in Canada better. And so thank you, and I leave more time for the other participants.
Thank you, Javier. Thank you very much. Moving on to Joan Rush.
I wanted to, I think, echo a little of Javier. Of course, we're very grateful for the honor, but I've been watching the chat line full of very lovely comments from our family and friends for all of the awardees. And I would like to say, just as Xavier did, that most of us could never, I'm sure you agree, devote the time to the services or volunteer the way we do without the support of our families and our friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a bigger community than just us that provides the work that is done by all of us. So thank you again for honoring us. I think it's an honor for a very big group. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Joan. I've seen Lana, and I think that there's Lily and Howard. So we'll go to Lana first.
So congratulations to everybody. Everything that you all do makes such a difference to make our community and our world a better place. So I am totally honored and inspired to be amongst such an incredible group of people. And I also echo the same sentiments previously said, to thank my family for all of their support. And mostly I want to thank you, Joyce, for doing this, because I think by shining a spotlight on people who are doing this kind of community service, hopefully it will inspire others to roll up their sleeves and get engaged in their community. And that's how we'll all make our world a better place. So thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. We'll go to Lily.
Lily, your mute is still on. Yeah.
There you are.
Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everyone for coming and sharing, and also a big thank you to Madame Murray, the Hidden Hero Award Committee, and my families and friends who come and watch this ceremony, and of course my friend Nora who nominated me. Yeah, I feel very honored and thrilled to receive this amazing award. Yeah, this is my first award I have ever received from the government. Yeah, I have never ever expected something like this. So I just do what I think is good to our children, our school, and our community. Yeah, I believe I represented the numerous nice people like me who cares about our community to be recognized. Yeah, and I will continue to inspire more people to get involved and make our community a better place. I think we have been very fortunate to have Liberal Party to lead our country.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's.
Why,
we'll keep it nonpartisan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lily. We're going to go to Howard now.
So first of all, I would like to thank everyone and for the opportunity and for this fantastic ceremony. Personally, I don't think I have done enough to, deserve this much recognition, but because compared to everyone, I don't think what I've done measures up to them. But from the great people I've seen here today, it gives me a sense of where I want to go and how much more I can do and give back to the community. So that's a very big drive I have now to live up to live up to this kind of expectations and live up to the potential I have of giving back to the community. And thank you.
Thank you, Howard. You measure up just fine already, and we look forward to your future. Is there anybody else that put their hand up that wishes to say something? I don't know if I have any other names.
I see Natalie,
Natalie?
Catherine, and I think Anne Howe as well.
Natalie and Anne Howe. Okay.
And Catherine Diyakonov.
Okay. So we'll start with Natalie, then go to Anne, and then to Catherine.
Thank you.
So first of all, I would like to mention that it was a great pleasure to see so many familiar faces on this screen. So after all, it's not so hidden. Those heroes are not so hidden, right? And it's wonderful to see a great network, dedicated, passionate, enthusiastic people who are ready to roll up their sleeves and put their efforts into making communities better places. Second of all, I wanted to say that this page would be too small if we wanted to write down all the names of the people who were and are behind all of the community initiatives that are going on. It's my name on top, but I feel like it's hundreds of people that have to be here as well for all of the continuous support. And it's our wonderful UBC families, it's our PAC, it's our community. And I would like to say, to thank UBC itself for stepping in, even with our small initiatives, right? For stepping in and helping us with identifying safe routes for our walking school bus, with helping us to celebrate twice a year that special weeks of safe walking and rolling to and from school. I would like to thank UNA for stepping in and providing us with identifiable hats that traffic could see us and drivers could see us. I would like to thank the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure for helping us with common traffic on UBC campus and providing safe crossing options. So it's like in that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes smaller community, larger community, huge provincial community to make communities happy, healthy, supportive, dedicated, and ready to make our spaces even better, communities even better places.
Thank you, Natalie. That's very, very kind of you to say all those. That's very true. Many, many people are involved. Anne.
Thank you very much, Joyce and all, for making this available. I can't believe that I'm one of them. I thought, I can't believe, but we was Timber Park. We saw you 2 years ago, Joyce. I'd give a nomination, give the award. Here I am today. I just, when I see everybody and the things they've done, I feel it's a very small part of a wonderful group of people who try to make difference. And I thank my family and caregivers for getting me. So I also thank the caregivers of this province for looking after people that I can stay in my own home. And I continue to do so with an open heart and open door to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne. And then Catherine.
Yeah, I would just like to echo what everyone else has been saying. Thank you to Joyce, Catherine, Ying, and everyone else who organized this event and enabled such a group of like-minded individuals to come together. And I know I personally was so inspired by hearing everyone's stories and what everyone has done throughout their community and not expecting anything in return. And I know that just participating in this ceremony has inspired me to do even more and to give back to my community even further. So thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
That's great. Thank you. It was inspirational. Karen James, I see your hand up.
I too echo everything everyone said, and I just want to add to it that the best part for me in this Zoom call is to hear about all the other hidden heroes, people that I've not met or heard of before, and to hear of the work they're doing in our community. Boy, it needs to get out there further so people know the stories, not mine necessarily, but all the others. And I'm honored to be in this group, and congratulations to everyone and all the work everyone is doing. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for doing that in our community. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so it's lovely to have something like this going on in the midst of a pandemic when we can actually celebrate genuinely and be very happy about the people that share our communities. Is anyone finally else? I can't see everybody all at once, so just flip through you all. Did the photo turn out all right? Do we have to do a retake of the photo? Or Joyce, do you know if it worked?
Let me see, we need to do it again
We need to do it
later.
later.
What does it say? We need to do that again later for, yeah, I think if we could try that another time. I'm not
Another
sure what
time.
happened. No, I mean now. The
Now,
second
okay.
time.
All right, folks, put on
There's
your
also
smile.
a question by Robert Rusty Gordon.
Okay, Rusty.
Okay, thanks. First of all, again, thanks for the honor and the opportunity to meet all the others. It's interesting thinking just this time of year, normally we'd be out on Dunbar with our Apple Day as a fundraiser, but that can't happen. And maybe we're not as visible, but since our meetings are all outdoors anyway, you may have noticed us in various parks and locations while it's still being light enough. And the one thing I'd like to say about my scouting experience is that I've got to acknowledge all the people that influenced me from the beginning when I was started in Cubs in the 1950s. And the leader who was a big influence then, she just passed away at age 95, and she was on her way to a scouting jamboree, so she stayed involved ever since then. And we've got others. Derek Britton in this neighborhood has got his 50-year award, and I've learned a lot from many others and being able to pass it on to others to carry on the tradition. So it's definitely, there's a lot of other people involved in this that deserve recognition. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Rusty. That's great. Okay, I think we're doing the photo now.
Okay.
Everybody puts their smiling face on. Yes, I think we're done. I don't know. Before I pass it back to Joyce to say goodbye, I'll just add my thanks to Ying Zhao, who in Joyce's office, who did so much of the heavy lifting on this. I know she's talked to every single one of you as recipients to make sure that you know that you're the way to come into this meeting and to help things run smoothly. So it was great working with her and with the other members of the community. Oh, there she is. She's on camera. Say hi, Yang. Well, congratulations to you. Thank you. And the other members of the committee. It was just wonderful working with you. And as I said, we had a hard time. We had so many great nominees, but we're really proud of all the work that all of you are doing. And of the others that we couldn't give awards to yet this year. Maybe we'll be able to do that another year. So thank you. And Joyce, would you like to say goodbye to people?
Yeah, well, thanks. I mean, when I was smiling for the camera, I was really smiling because of the event and because of you. And it was really resonating for me how Canada is a unique country. And it's not just in juxtaposition to our neighbor to the south. With respect to many countries, we're known as a place that people care about each other, and we have a humanitarian strength. And that was so clear today with all of the things that each of you are doing to help others and make communities stronger, welcoming, having newcomers feel part of the community, and newcomers are at the heart of our community, because in a way we're all newcomers other than our Indigenous original residents here in Canada. So somebody mentioned that how can we have more people know about the hidden heroes? I have typically sent out, every month I send out a one-page letter that goes to 50,000 doorsteps. And in the past, we have highlighted people, their photo and their accomplishments in those. And so I plan to start, I mean, there's 24 people here, so it may be 2 or 3 to a page, but I would like to make sure that the residents of Vancouver Quadra know about you and why you were selected as a hidden hero. So we will be contacting you to see if you're okay with that, and if you prefer not, that's okay too. But my goal is to have that spotlight radiate beyond what we've done so far and go right out to the broader community. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. Another is that it is inspiring to see young people who are receiving Hidden Heroes Awards, and just to also see how they're inspired by the others of you to continue and deepen their volunteer engagement. So there's no clock that we use to select our Hidden Heroes. Of course, some have been spending more years because they have more years of life behind them. So everyone is equally significant as a contributor and a hero. I am going to also reinforce that this is a completely nonpartisan process, and though I love the idea that our party or our government is doing a good job for people, we had absolutely no political screen or preference. We did not ask people's backgrounds in terms of their allegiances, and thankfully we've had Hidden Heroes that have a whole range of party affiliations. So I just wanted to reinforce that it's completely nonpartisan. I think the last thing I wanted to ask you is a question. Somebody also mentioned, I've met so many amazing people today. I'd love to stay in touch. Well, I think we'll connect with you and see whether you would like to have your name on a list and contact email for the whole group of Hidden Heroes. And if you'd prefer not, I totally understand that, but we will circulate to those who would like to have the list in case there's something that twigged your interest in a way that you can collaborate, cross-pollinate with initiatives and strengthen what you're doing further. So we will check with you for your interest in being part of that. And I think those are all the logistics. I just, again, Catherine and Ying, who were Hidden Heroes earlier in previous years, so graciously agreed to do this work. The people on Ying and Catherine's committee also were Hidden Heroes previously to help adjudicate and select. And so we will be reaching out to you to ask if you would like to be part of the selection committee for next year. So I'm just going to once again thank Catherine and Ying and thank all of my office staff for supporting this. But Catherine and Ying, I know it's just absolutely countless hours, because if you thought I talked a long time, think of all the work they did to get to boil down those really amazing, long, detailed, and so impressive volunteer resumes that we received. So just all of that work, all of the heart that went into it. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Ying. And thank you to each of you for making Vancouver and Vancouver Quadra a more human, healthier, and better place to live. A community, a real community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Yes. Hope you all
Bye,
have
everybody.
a restful weekend.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations.
Goodbye, yes. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a wonderful ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Bye.
Bye.